Hey friends, I want to share with you today one of my favorite tools for my coaching sessions and for my group meditations. That is meditations together with some words or some affirmations, and those are customized for my clients to start reprogramming some of their limiting beliefs or some of their blockers. And I will start by sharing my own story about how I discovered meditations. So it was around 3 years ago. I was working in a marketing agency and I felt that I was quite insecure. I was not very confident, and I needed the confidence because all the business was about selling ideas, pitching ideas, presenting to clients, and negotiating. And I felt that I was not very confident, so I did my best. But when I started to look for books and for trainings is when I discovered the meditations. And at the beginning I was a little bit skeptical, so I just stick to the books about how to be more confident and how to fear but do the things or take action even when you are afraid of doing something. And I also took some trainings and all that worked, but for me it was missing something. It was missing something like more in depth. And it's when I also tried meditations. I was like, okay, I will just give it a try. I started to meditate in the mornings, but what really changed, it was a game changer for me, was to listen to meditations with some words of affirmation and some empowering words, but in the night. So before going to bed, I will play that. I found one on Spotify for free. That was in Spanish, and I still think that it's better to listen to it in your native language. So I was listening it was like 15 minutes, and I was in a way desperate. So I was like, okay, anyways, I will just play it and let's try it. And I was listening every night. And I just set the sleeper or the timer for sleep, and I would fall asleep. But then with the time, I started to be more confident, and I think it was a combination of everything. So like the meditation with these words that they were telling me, I am capable of doing complex things, I am enough, I am confident, I can handle projects. So all these kind of words that I needed to listen. I was listening all the time, every night. And with the time, I think it passed a couple of weeks or months, that I started to approach projects and approach business and work in a lighter way. So I would just show up, and even if I didn't know the answers, I was more confident and calm. Okay, let me check it. Or even if I was pitching ideas, I was doing it in a really calm and more confident way. So I felt that is when I started to work. And it's not only that it's something magical, it's also combined with experience, right? So I also had the experience in that area that also made me feel confident. So I don't think it's a magical solution, it should be backed up with some experience. Now that I told you my story, let's go into more the details or the technical part of how it works and why it works. So meditations will get you into a deeper state of relaxation. It will take you from beta brainwaves to alpha and to theta. And if you're not familiar with the brainwaves, it's like this way of measuring your brain. So you can imagine our heartbeats, we measure it of pulsations, and then the brainwaves, those are the ways to measure how your brain is working. And when there are a lot of peaks and downs is when we are on a more active and busy mind, solving things. And that's the beta state, and that's cool, but it can get you a little bit anxious if we have prolonged beta states or beta waves. So then it's better if we just like really choose specific beta moments and then just move to alpha, which is more relaxed. It's when I don't know if it has happened to you that you have a problem or a challenge, and then when you're like, okay, I'll just stop it, I don't find a solution right now. And when you relax, like you are taking a shower or you are going for a walk or you are talking to a friend, the solution comes to you. That's alpha. So you are awake, you are active, but you are relaxed. That's alpha. And it's when the answers come to you with more ease. You don't have to really grind and really sit there and look for it for hours or push it. And then the next one would be theta. And then in theta is almost being sleepy or sleep. So it's in between alpha and delta. So then in this state is when we can actually start reprogramming those beliefs. And if you think about it, a kid, that is scientific, you can check it. Kids from like 1 or 2 years until 8, they are mostly on theta and on alpha states. They are not still on beta. They haven't learned yet how to stress and find solutions and all these things. So they are more into their game, into their curiosity, into awareness. When we are kids, we are like sponges that we absorb a lot of information, all the programs, and everything that our parents or someone who is close to us would tell us. So imagine if you keep telling to a 5-year-old that whatever they're drawing, let's say like their drawings are beautiful, you are such an artist, your drawings are beautiful, you were born to do this, do more of this, that. So if this is the program that they keep telling and the words that parents would tell to a kid, most probably if the kid, when is older and it's time to choose a career, if that kid wants to pursue a career on like artistic career, most probably will have the confidence to do that. Most probably. It doesn't mean that the kid will be good or not, but most probably will have the confidence. Why? Because their parents already planted that seed, that program, that they are really good at art. And on the opposite, if you keep telling a kid that you cannot do it, you are not good enough, this sucks, I hope this is not the case, but if that happens, probably when you are older, or when that kid is older, then will be more doubtful and more and less confident on that matter. So this is proven by science, and when we are adults, we have all these programs. But if we manage to get into those states that we used to be as kids, on theta waves, we can start reprogramming. And this is not something that happens from one day to another, because that program is something that we have been carrying for how many years, like 20, 30, 40 years. So removing these programs might take time, but we can start doing it. And this is by creating and by feeding our brain with new words and new beliefs. This is what I teach on my workshops a lot, is that when we create our affirmations or these new empowering beliefs, they should be in positive, first person, and on present, okay? But the most important is that we also believe in them. Even if it's not happening exactly right now, but we believe that we can become that, then it's a perfect affirmation to input in your meditations. So for example, I have some of my clients and my students, and they want to get the job of their dreams. But at this point, they don't have it. They don't have it, and they are doubtful if they can actually do it, if it exists for them, actually. So there is a lot of doubt. And if in the affirmation we would say, I have the job of my dreams and I make millions a month, probably it's not going to work for them if they don't believe that they can make millions a month. So we can make maybe a closer affirmation to their reality. So probably the affirmation would be, I am capable to find a job that makes me feel fulfilled. I am capable to find a dream team. I am capable to find a wonderful boss. So with this, it's more realistic in a way to say like, yeah, I am. And maybe the next program or the next meditation in a couple of months will be more related to, how much you want to make, or like upgrading to another level. But at this point, the program you want, it's at least to give you the possibility that is available for you. And if they don't believe in it, then it's not going to happen. So it should be something really subtle, very light, and very close to you, okay? So, or for example, if you have never run a marathon and you have never run, probably you're not going to record a meditation that says, I run a marathon. I'm running a marathon. Probably I am strong and I am able to run with ease. So it sounds lighter to you, it sounds more doable to you, and maybe the next months you can change the meditation affirmations. So this is my recommendation for you. You can record your own. You can just play theta waves on the background and then record the words that you want to say, the new programs that you want to install. And if you need help, I can also do it for you. I will leave the link on the description box. And first of all, the most important is to spot the limiting belief, then to change it into an empowering one, and then we can record it. And then slowly, with these meditations on a daily basis, you can start changing your programs. Be really patient, it takes time, and also the most important is that we want to back it up with action, with strategy, with grounding. It's not only about law of attraction and I wish it and it's gonna come. I don't teach these kind of magical solutions. I really teach a lot of strategy, action plans, mapping habits and actions, but also backed up with some meditations. And I hope that you find this useful, and let me know if you have started using them.